Alright, geometry again. We're back here with circles, unit 9, part 3. We're just doing part 3A right now, which is the reading strategies and the problem solving. Okay, so let's just go. Let's do it. So the reading strategy, something that we're starting to see here is some relationships with angles. One of them here is that this angle versus this arc, when it goes all the way across the circle, is half. So let's say this was, I don't know, 60, then this down here would be 30. Now the next one is actually just an extension of that, because it's saying, well, what if you had something that touched the diameter like this? Well, the diameter makes an arc that's 180, so the other angle is going to be half that, which is 90. Well, that's easy enough. So a semicircle is a half circle, which is 180, and half of that is 90. Cool. Alright, we got that. Now this next one, this is a little bit interesting. It has the same idea, but let's see how it plays out. So the big idea here is, let's say you have this red arc that goes from E to D to G. And then you have this blue arc that goes from E to F to G. Well, the blue arc is represented by this angle, and the red arc is represented by this angle. And what you wind up having is the red arc plus the blue arc on the outsides here. So this red arc here plus this blue arc here together make 360. And the two pieces inside are half of that, which means these two pieces inside make 180 because they're half of the two arcs on the outside. So that's kind of what's happening. When you have this quadrilateral inside of a circle, you wind up having opposite angles, in this case D and F, would be supplementary. Similarly, E and G are also supplementary. Okay, so let's apply that here. BCD, angle BCD. So BCD is this angle there, which is going to be half that arc here, so that's 31 because it's 61 divided by 2. Okay, AC, which would be this arc. Well, the arc is twice the angle, and the angle in this case is 30, so that's going to be 2 times 30, which is 60. Cool, cool, cool. Alright, now let's see what we have going on. Okay, so angle W. Angle W happens to be opposite angle Y here, which means those two things add up to 180. So 2x plus 4 plus x minus 4 equals 180. The 4 and the negative 4 are going to combine to 0. The 2x and the x combine to 3x. So we have 3x equals 180. When we simplify that, we wind up getting x equals 60. Right, so it says find measure of angle W. Well, W is 2 times 60, because it's 2 times x, plus 4, which would be 120 plus 4, or 124. Alright, that's pretty easy. Hey, this is cool, because x is just x degrees, and we already figured that out. So that's telling me, let me double check here, is that true? 60 plus 4. Okay, yeah, it is. Okay, it's just 60. So x is just 60. Angle y then is going to be x minus 4. That's 60 minus 4, or 56. And z is going to be 2x, or 2 times 60, or 120. Awesome. Let's keep going with this idea. So now we're going to look at some problem solving here. And this is probably the first thing that we start to learn at this. So I'm going to color code some stuff. This red arc AB corresponds to this angle C. But wait a second, it also corresponds to this angle D. So let's just say, for example, that let's say this was like, I don't know, 200. Well, if that was 200, then that would mean that this is 100 and this is 100 because they're each half of it. That's not what they actually are. I'm just being hypothetical. But what that shows me is that those two angles are actually equal. So 5z plus 20 and 7z minus 4 are equal because they both correspond to the same arc AB here. Okay, so let's set them equal to each other and see what we got. 7z minus 4 equals 5z plus 20. Okay, so we add 4, subtract 5z, subtract 5z, and then we'll have 2z equals 24, divided by 2z equals 12. Alright, so now if we were to plug it into one of these, let's say this one over here, 5 times 12, and then add 20 on top of that, that's 60 plus 20, or 80. Okay, so that means this in here is 80, which means the arc is twice that. That's going to be 160. So the find measure of arc AB, and that's going to give me 160. There we go. We just figured it out. Find the angle measures of RSTU. Okay, so RSTU. Oh, so it's just saying find each one. All right. Well, let's see what we got. Angle T here is going to be similar to this one R, in that they're supplementary, meaning that those two add up to 180. So y squared plus 31 plus 8y minus 4 equals 180. Alright, we got some big numbers here. Let's see if we can work this out a little bit. Let's see, I'm going to subtract 180. I'm going to move everything over to the left. And this plus 31 and minus 4, those would combine together to make plus 27. So we'll have y squared plus 8y plus 27, and then minus 180 equals 0. Okay, so now we can combine these two numbers here. And what would we get? We'd get 153, right? Yeah, 153, and then we got 8y minus, yep, equals 0, and then y squared. Okay, now this is kind of crazy because I look at that, I'm like, oh my gosh, I would have to like factor that. That would be really hard to do. So I'm trying to think of, well, some numbers then must multiply to 153. You know, what could it be? And am I even right in that? Is that the right thing? Yeah, it's 153. So I'm going to cheat a little bit here. I'm just going to start multiplying some numbers that have a difference of 8, but they're going to multiply to 153. So that'd be like 16 times 8. Let's see what that gives me. 128. That's not quite big enough. So then I need to do like 17 times 9. Oh, there we go. So that must mean that this would factor to y plus 17 and y minus 9. So y equals negative 17 or y equals 9. I'm pretty sure it's this one right here, y equals 9. Okay, so now that I actually figured that out, that's kind of crazy. This is going to be 9 squared plus 31. 81 plus 31. 81 and 31 make 112. Down here, 8 times 9 is 72 minus 4 would be something 8, so this is going to be 68. Cool, now I have 5y plus 7. 5y plus 7 is going to be 5 times 9 plus 7, which is 45 plus 7, that's 52. And then the last angle, which would be angle U, is going to be supplementary to this one. Why? Because they're across from each other on a quadrilateral and they add up to 180, so then it's 128. Wow, that was a lot of calculation. But we got it. Let's do some more here. Oh, look at this one. How about we skip this? Sure. Thank you, Mr. Butler. These ones I would like to do, though. Okay, so KLM. KLM. So we're talking about this angle right there. That's 20 degrees. Which means that the arc it makes over here is 40 degrees. Okay, that's kind of helpful. Arc MP, that's 30 degrees. What's KNP? So it's asking what's this angle here, which would put these two arcs together. Oh, we could do this because these two arcs together make 70. So the angle is going to be half of that, which is 35. That wasn't too hard at all. Let's look at the next one. AMB. AMB is 74 degrees. And that's a central angle, which means this arc here is also 74 degrees. What is CDB? Alright, so this is what I see. I see that this arc starting at A, going through B, and then coming all the way to C is actually a semicircle, which would be 180. And the blue part is 74, but then the question would be, well, what's this red part here? What's this arc? Because if I knew that arc, then I could figure out this angle, which is what they're asking me. Well, if that's 74, then this piece right here must be 180 minus 74, which would come out to be 106. So this is 106. And then this angle that they're asking me about is half of that, which is 53. Cool. That's awesome. All right, do we have any more, or are we going on to review for mastery now? Oh, we're on to review for mastery. So I'm going to stop the video here. Go ahead and take a chance, try some of these problems, and we'll come right back with the answers in about 10 minutes.